What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Nelly D. And I have the one and only Drew with me. LOL_probably Drew on all social media handles. Show him some love.
Thank you. And we have with us the incredible host of the Nelly Drayton Show, Miss Nelly Drayton. And that is at Nelly Drayton on all social media, NELLYDRAYTON.
It's giving USHERRA.
Okay, that's what I was going for.
Oh, indeed.
That's what I was going for.
The creative souls within us have been ignited, united, never divided.
Oh, girl, you got to quit with these like little impromptu bars. Okay.
I have bars for days. I'm not a rapper though.
She locked up. She behind all these bars. Okay.
I physically cannot. Shout out to Drew for being Drew. There's no other one but the one, and he's the one and only. LOL.
You better get into it. And shout out to Nelly because she has afforded me the space to be the Drew that you see here today. So thank you, Nelly, for having me on the show. Thank you for creating something that is so fun to do. It's so fun to like work but not feel like you're working. I love that.
It's giving passion.
It's giving
purpose.
Where have you been all my life? Oh my! Look, I can do it. I can do it. And won't he? But I can't. Won't he do it, baby?
That's my song. I told myself I'm gonna walk down the aisle to that song. Love me some Casey and JoJo.
Okay.
I discovered that song at in middle school.
Okay. And
13.
Not having ain't no business. Who
but
even
the
let
lyrics,
us?
But that goes back to what we said in the previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's the lyrics. We were going over the Beyonce Lemonade lyrics. It's the lyrics for me.
Yeah.
Baby. It always and forever, it's the lyrics for me.
I need to get more into that. Like I need to really dive deep into some of the lyrics because I'm more so like the whole production and we're not going to dive into the whole Beyonce thing. We already did that. Mm-hmm. But with Beyonce's music, I like to listen to the behind, the back vocals. Because you realize, I don't know if the Beehive might be listening. That's cool. It's going to be a good situation. She produces, she doesn't just harmonize, she creates the harmony, in her music. She creates the back vocals. When you hear all those really high moments, those low moments, that's her voice. It's amazing what she does.
She's definitely the bomb.
And that's the kind of stuff when it comes to music that I love. Really, she builds her music up from the ground up using her own voice. It's spectacular.
Absolutely.
Spectacular.
I absolutely love it. I am a lyrical lyricist, point blank, period.
Point blank.
That's cool though.
And the period.
Because creative, God,
was that me?
No.
Oh.
Windows is always trying to.
He wants a cameo. He said, "Shout me out."
No, for real. I did. You got it. You happy?
Yeah, you own
these devices. I'm telling you, we are definitely at a point in this generation where devices be taking over.
Yeah, they are running the world.
What DJ Khaled said: one city at a time.
Okay.
We taking over. One city at a time.
I can't.
Have you ever seen? Listen, another one.
Another one.
Have you ever seen videos from I don't know, Tokyo, Japan, somewhere in that region where it's so high tech?
Yeah.
They have. I don't even know what country. Tokyo. I don't know what country it is.
Tokyo's in China.
Well, wherever the country is, I'm talking about there's videos or clips I would see on Twitter, and it's being animation or whatever, the graphics are popping out of the screen or something while you're just walking around shopping with your friends. I was like,
they're very high tech.
I would die.
I'm kind of living for it. I kind of want to I want to be where the people are. I want to see. And guess what? I don't know. Okay, quickly, and then we'll get into the topic next week. I don't know when this is going to air, but at this current time, next week, The Little Mermaid comes out, girl. It's going to be out next week. Next Friday. It's going to be here. And guess what?
Chloe.
We get half days on Fridays. If you don't think for 1 second
he's gonna
that my ass is going, that I'm going to get off work at 11 a.m. and I will be there on premiere night.
He said he's gonna be where the people are.
I'm gonna be.
And he's gonna see
where the people
them.
are. I wanna see. I wanna see them watching.
Walking around on those. What's that word again?
Legs. Girl.
It's the side.
Girl.
For me.
I'm ready.
That's okay though. Be everything. Be ready. And be where the people are. We're rooting for you. We hope that you like it, love it, and want more of it.
I want more of it. I want more. I want it now.
I want it all. I want it. Want it. Want it. All right.
Okay. Let's get into it.
We go today. Today we're going to continue off of the previous episode, and we're talking about having control of your creative space and intellectual property and the sensitivity that you carry when being a creative. We're going to try our best to break it down for you guys.
We're going to try and stay on topic for this one.
I know. Okay. We're sorry. We really try our best, guys. Okay. It's just a thing. And
we just have so much fun when we get together. It's hard to like stay on one thing. Like, I'm going to try my best to be not super serious, but more serious, but I can't help it. We just have too much fun.
That's the creative process, the creative journey.
Yeah.
We're going to get into it though.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Listen. Don't judge me.
No.
That's just the way I remember to transition to post.
Got it, girl. It's your show. I'm just co-hosting.
Well, the bestest co-host the girl could ever ask for.
Oh, you better come.
That's the high pitch for me. So let's break it down for the people. Let's talk about what does it even mean to have control of your creative space? What does that sentence mean?
For me, when I cannot, we're literally breaking it down. My creative space is kind of like whenever, like, for example, when I'm feeling like, because my whole thing is like a visual. I love videos. I love like doing pictures. Like, that's definitely like my creative outlet 100%. So when I'm doing that, to be completely honest, I like to be alone. Because a lot of my work is solo. Like, the pictures that I take are mine, that I took with my own like phone or like my camera or whatever. It's stuff that the lighting is mine. Like, I created the whole atmosphere. Like, that's mine. So I like to feel like completely free. If I want to like, take my shirt off and only wear like my bottoms, that's like, I don't have to worry about that because it's like my space. So I want to make sure that when I'm doing anything that's creative, my space is free of like any kind of judgment. I don't feel any pressure to like, I gotta make sure I'm like really looking like what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that I feel comfortable. That's my like space, and that's what I want to have control over. Yeah. I do work with others, and I have worked with others, and I have like done photo shoots, and I've done, I've been filmed. I've done stuff like that before, and I don't mind that. But I think even in that space, I want to make sure that whatever is happening makes sense for me and what I want to put out, because at the end of the day, it's what's going to be seen is whatever the product is and me. Yeah. And if it's completely off base, completely doesn't make sense, and I didn't have a say so, I just gave someone control over essentially what is my creative process. And that's not now. Yeah. I'm too old. Maybe when I was younger and more hungry and not desperate, but like enthusiastic about what could happen. Yeah. Maybe. But now, being a very mature age, not a very mature age, but a more mature age. Emotionally mature. An emotionally mature age, I want to make sure that if I'm putting something out there, that it's a collaborative effort with me too. It's not just me being a byproduct of someone else. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Okay. I think that breaks it down fair enough, honestly. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, your creative space can be wherever. It can be your room, living room, kitchen, wherever you are your most creative self. And like he said, when you're in that process, you might want to be alone. There are people that are good there. They have a skill of collaborating with other people, and that's kind of where the fire comes for them. And then there are people that need to be alone. Yeah. Because I just need to be alone.
I am getting into a place now where like I'm thinking, because my visions are like just a little bit larger than myself, that I am wanting to work more. I'm the want to work with other people is getting larger. Yeah. I'm trying to stay grounded, knowing that like it still has to make sense with me. Yeah. Like, I've still got to have a part in it. It's always going to be a collaborative, or it's not going to be work that involves me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because because I can't, I couldn't ever like fake it and like be like, oh yeah, I'm having such a good time, and really I'm miserable. I couldn't do it. It reads, you know what I'm saying? Like my energy is truly, and humble brag, my energy is infectious. If I'm having a bad time, everybody in this room is probably having a bad time. So I got to make sure that if I'm enjoying it, then it'll read on camera or whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm not, girl, throw it away.
Just shut the whole thing
Throw
down.
it away, babe.
Call it a day.
It's not a good one. We've got dead footage. Throw it away.
Oop. I've definitely experienced that, and that has definitely changed my perspective on why I want to create with other people to begin with.
Yeah.
But again, you came and saved the day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The creative space is a very sensitive place. Ooh. Bars.
I know, you really like are killing the game. Like, she's low-key a little rapstress. Like, it's kind of crazy.
I'm just not gonna rap.
It's like it's definitely like underappreciated. Like, you need to have a moment. Yeah, we need to create a safe space for you to have a moment.
Well, when one of these episodes, I'll pull a Corey Kenshin. If you don't know who he is the Shogun, the ankle breaker. Oh. Hashtag kinda the love of my life.
I mean,
he's just that man.
Let's not say kinda, because he is. She's obsessed.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. He's just funny. I don't meet a lot of men that like I'm attracted to, and you're funny. It's like, ooh.
Oh. It's gonna be one of
you just made me chuckle really hard. Oh, you're tickling my spirit. Sorry, but he has like, the point of me bringing him up is he has like episodes on his channel where he's like rapping, and I'm like, bruh, he goes so hard. He'd be like, him and Dashy, really, they both be. I'm like, dog, they be rapping. It'd be so dope. But one of these episodes, you might. Yes. Catch me with a real
comment in the comment section, and this goes out to you Spotifyers as well. If y'all want to see Nelly eat it up, because I want to see it. So if y'all comment it up, like this video, give us some love so we can make this happen for y'all, because we ain't gonna do it unless you do it.
Yeah, I'm not. I would have to get like a lot of like, nah, bro, we need to see you do it.
Yeah,
do it.
Trust me. Listen to my words. Okay, let's make it happen, because I want to see it. I want to see it. But we need y'all to like work with us, okay? Because we ain't gonna put that out unless it needs to be seen.
Exactly.
Okay?
And if it's gonna inspire you to be a rap artist, because I'm not a rapper, but you might be.
It's about the space that we're creating. Okay.
We're creative souls. What's the slogan? A place where creative souls gather to go beyond.
There we go. Ooh.
No, My Hero Academia. Because I just realized where I keep saying go beyond. That's Plus Ultra. That's My Hero. Oh my God. I was like, I keep saying go beyond. But that's
inspiration.
Plus Ultra. My Hero Academia. Huh. Anyways, that's how I know I'm tired. I be forgetting. Like, where did I get that from?
So let me ask you a question. You're not going to have my Diane Sawyer moment. You're not going to do it. My interview moment. So we're talking about having some security over your creative space. How are you going to do that with this? How are you going to do that with this? Because we could do the what if game. We could get into that. We're not going to do that. But we are creating a creative space right now, currently, with this show for people who are like us, like-minded folks, people who aren't, or maybe people who don't know how to get there, or, whatever the case may be. We're creating that. How are we going to keep this safe?
Well, first and foremost, there's going to be a rule in place. Okay. And the rule is, this is a safe space. And how do we make this a safe space? By being mindful that everybody's origin story is different.
Facts.
Be open-minded and be mindful that you can have that perspective of garbage in, garbage out. What does not apply to you does not.
Okay.
What applies to you does.
All right.
Eat the meat, throw away the bones.
All right. I love that.
I
love that. Eat the meat, throw away the bones. I do love that. That's
because good. Because at the end of the day, nobody knows you like you. Nobody thinks like you. Nobody walks like you. Talk like you.
Okay.
Drop it like it's hot like you.
All right. Because we do it.
I'm just saying, overall, you are a unique version of you because no one else can do it like you. So in order for something to be safe, first and foremost, make sure you have yourself all the way together. So when you come around people who are going to try to shake that, you can be like, you're weird.
Yeah.
You're weird.
Or you can be like, you tried it.
Why are you trying to get me to change to appease your ego? Yeah.
I know. Have you experienced a lot of that? People
yes, can you tell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go away.
What do you do? What do you do when someone, like, I know we've talked about like watering you down and stuff like that, but what do you do when someone like challenges your beliefs as a now adult who's gone through this already? How do you deal with people who at this point in your life still try to challenge that and say, you know, maybe you shouldn't do that, or maybe that's not for you, or maybe what you have done like isn't good enough, or you should have changed such and such? How do you deal with that?
I remember who they are and why they're making comments about it in the first place.
Okay, now.
Because why you got to minimize me to feel good?
Oh. Because obviously, I'm all about levels. You know, I believe majority of the time I'm at a level that rises above.
Absolutely.
I don't look down at people,
Absolutely.
but I do think that I have risen above some people. And when I think of people who try to like knock me down to their level, it's because they're knocking me down. They're not building themselves up. They're trying to knock me down.
Literally.
Because there's no growth in that. They ain't growing. They're trying to knock me down. It ain't gonna happen. Not over here. Not on today.
Not ever.
Not ever.
Because what do you get out of like, and that's the whole thing of being
Security.
protective of your. That's the whole thing.
Security.
And that's the whole thing of being protective over your creative soul. Okay, you have to be protective of, because there's people that are not protective of theirs, and that's why they're all over the place and they can't think of a better way to approach you about your creativity. They don't know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it.
Yeah.
And now they looking stupid. Be stupid on your own though.
Yeah.
Shout out. When I say I've had too many, and this is, you've said this in an episode that might not have went live.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can't all win.
Some of these episodes,
not all winners.
They just, that one was just not.
It wasn't. Both of us were like, nah. Ooh, we probably should keep that one in the vault.
Yeah, y'all not gonna see that one ever.
Sorry.
But you mentioned that when I was talking about how I get approached by some guys who are just like always trying to water me down.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's me that's the issue, because why am I always being approached by men who feel the need to try to talk over me?
And what did I tell you? She got that BDE.
Adults.
She got BDE and they can't take it. They can't take it.
Yeah.
It's not her fault. She was blessed with it, okay? It's not her fault.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I just showed up.
It's not her fault.
I swear that's for real. Like there was a situation where I literally just showed up.
Yeah.
And immediately he was just so weird. I was like,
I hate that. I hate that there are people who are like that, because I wish in a world where, because I mean, let's really break it down. We are in like a media age where a lot of people have told me that they get the news from like social media. They're like, anything that's happening current, I'm getting it from social media. So like social media is like a thing, and in media, what is getting put out into the world for people to consume is a thing. I wish this would make sense for a lot of people, but it's like, you wouldn't talk to your favorite YouTuber the way that you talk to me. And I'm just trying to do what they're doing.
Whoa.
You wouldn't talk to your favorite podcaster the way you talk to me. Don't you think that they had to kind of go through something that I'm going through right now to get to where you're listening? Like, you know, like what I'm saying? Like, if you have the nerve to open up your television and watch the news and consume this content from people, but then in the same breath, your homegirl, your homeboy, your cousin from down the street is trying to do the same thing, and you're like, nah. But
it's
why?
Weird. It's weird.
But why? I don't understand it. Because I would never, like, the only thing that I would ever do with a friend of mine who was, like, trying to go down, like, a creative path is offer constructive criticism.
Constructive.
Like, girl, constructive.
Not tearing down.
No.
We can definitely break that down in this episode. That goes along with having control of your creative space.
Because, first of all, if you in my camp, we riding for each other, period. So if you rise up, we all rise up. That's how my camp rolls. So if I rise up, these people coming with me, period. There's no question about it. So why would I rely on it being me who does the rise up when it could be any of us? So if my homegirl rises up, girl, well, remember that time? We gonna rise up together.
Absolutely.
We did this together. So I want all my people. I want all my people to do good.
Everybody eats at this table.
Everybody eats at this table.
Yeah.
Don't everybody get a seat at the table. In this situation, they do, because y'all are our people.
Absolutely.
But weeding out people who deserve a seat at the table, that's a different conversation. But at the end of the day, you know, unless it was truly just not meant to be, like if somebody was really stepping out of their, like in a whole lane that just was not meant for them to be in, I just don't see myself ever telling someone like that they can't.
Yeah.
Unless it just simply is like, it just really isn't your bag.
Yeah.
Because that's still me looking out for you. Like, girl, this ain't your bag. Your bag is somewhere else. Get into that.
But you're redirecting your criticism. I'm stuttering. You're redirecting your criticism because you're saying like, hold on, this might not be it, but I feel like something is.
Absolutely. Because even if this isn't your come up, I still want you to come up.
Right.
This may not be your come up though.
That's real.
But some people don't know how to have that conversation. Because some people think, oh, well, me just telling you this isn't your come up is like hater, you know, whatever. No, it's not. Yeah. Like, this is a future like film producer right here. This girl is gonna have movies with her name on the script. I can see it for her. If there is a situation where me and her looking at some work, and I'm like, girl, this may not be it, I'm gonna tell you. Just
like that episode that we did.
I'm gonna tell you.
It was both like,
girl, this one may not be the one.
Yeah.
But I never was gonna say, you know what? Let's just axe this because I just don't feel right.
Yeah.
That's one episode. We have so much planned that if that was the end of it, girl, never. Mm-hmm. But I love to see people in their bag.
Me too.
Because it inspires me. Because I'm like, I gotta get in my bag. Yeah. In this right here,
it's a bag.
Baby, we in our bag.
It's a bag for sure.
We in our bag.
Yeah.
Because it's so seamless. Mm-hmm. This process is seamless. The behind the scenes stuff, we still working at them kinks. But this part, like, this is honestly probably the easiest part of all of this. Mm-hmm. Is like sitting down, talking, having the conversation, and getting the content that we now have to eventually produce or whatever. This is the easiest part, and that's what I love about it. Because like the work happens without you guys seeing it. You got to see the end product,
end result. Yeah,
you know.
Absolutely.
And I love that. And you definitely have like opened my mind to that. Because before I was just like, I feel like I was putting on like an act all the time. Like I had to be a personality. Mm-hmm. You highlighted that I am already that personality. I don't have to overproduce. Mm-hmm. Like I have it. Because usually, like, you know, I'm only like this with like my friends and stuff. But then I went to my job, and my job was so, you know, whatever. And I felt with this group of people that I met, you know, I could be myself. I loved it.
Absolutely. Because this is a safe space.
It is. She doesn't. I mean, I will say, and I will ring these praise. This is turning into like a praise video. I will ring praises for Nelly because I have said it, and you can document this for years to come. I am so thankful that I have found a space that, like, because I've been looking for it, girl. I've been searching.
Listen.
I've been cutting the weeds, honey, looking for it, and I found it. I found my creative, like, this is the space. I needed it.
That's all literally, and I feel like other people that know me, they can chime in and agree. But I really do try to make people feel like whoever you are and whoever you're discovering yourself to be, like, mm-hmm. it's welcomed here. Mm-hmm. Because it's hard, like, it comes from constantly being ridiculed when I was young. Mm-hmm. Before the camera got on and the mics was hot, I was telling Drew about a story where I was young, just mm-hmm. like 12, 13 years old, discovering that cycle that young women get. Mm-hmm. And this girl at my church, and I was heavily involved in church. I was on the dance ministry. Come on, dance ministry. I
know what that looked like. I can see it now.
It was fun though.
I loved it.
I loved it because I had like a I forgot what her ethnicity was. I think she's from like Venezuela, but she was one of the leaders. So she was like it was fun for sure.
I love that. And
I was a part of the nursery ministry, so like I was working with the babies and everything. So I was like discovering my love for children, the mm-hmm. love that I have to just give to people, like naturally just giving. And then somebody started a rumor that I was out here having relations at like 12, 13 years old. And since that day, I realized like a lady that I babysit for, shout out to Faith, I was babysitting for her for a long period of time, and she stuck up for me and said something to that little girl at the time. She's grown now, but she said something to her, And it like reminded me, like I was just thinking about it, like, you know what, there are people that are going to stand up for me and they're going to have my enemies shaking. That's why I have to stand boldly in who I am, because there are going to be people that need me to stand up for them because they're trying to figure out, where's that safe space? I need the safe space. It's here on the Nelly Drayton Show.
It is.
It's here.
I can be testimony, baby. Testimony, because I mean, pretty much my whole career as far as like digitally has been mostly solo. So I've never really had a situation where I had to work with another person creatively. And I mean, I've been taught a lot by Nelly on how to go about a creative process with another individual, because, you know, one of the topics that we were going to discuss is how sensitive a person feels about their intellectual property. For those who may not know, intellectual property is kind of like something that isn't tangible. Like, for example, we're teaching today. We're teaching the kids today.
We are teaching. I like this.
We're
is
teaching
a
the kids
very
today.
meaty
Nelly,
topic.
let's say Nelly puts out a body of work of her own visually that came from her mind. It's her own creative work. That is her intellectual property. If I were to come up to her and be like, girl, this is trash, I am now talking about her intellectual property. But for creative people, what we hear is, you're trash, you're no good, you're da-da-da-da, because you pretty much have taken something that is an extension of me, like my arm. This is an extension of my body. You have now taken it and have destroyed it, or have trashed it, or have damaged it. So I think what I want to make sure that is taken away from this topic is, when you see people's work, whether it be something that was produced with a team of people, or it was something that came from that person's soul and they have bared it to the world, when you talk about it, you're not just talking about the body of work itself. You're talking about that creator as well. So be careful with your words. I know we're in an age where you can kind of say whatever you want, and the accountability kind of stops there, because there's no way of saying, well, look what you said at this day, at this time, on this comment section of this video. Da-da-da. It's hard. But just realize that there are real people behind those screens who are doing this work for you, who are on these cameras having these conversations for you. This, like, if somebody were to ever talk bad about this show, I think I can handle it, but it's gonna sting a little bit, because this is truly like our work, because this isn't our full-time job. Like, we have a job outside of this. We can literally have an abundance of whatever outside of this. This is simply just a love child of two creative people who want to be creative.
Come on, love child.
I know, I love that word, intellectual property, love child, brain child. That's my whole thing. But it matters to people what they put out there, even if it seems like it's silly. I know we like goof around and cut up and have a good time, but that's content. Because I can give that to the people that I love for free.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to bear that out to the world, because even if it is something that's lighthearted and silly and goofy, it's still me.
Right.
It's still who I am, and it's important to know that what we do here. Like, for example, if we have like a follower who wants to like send us some of their work, like, look what I did, and da-da-da-da, like, just inspired by like what we do, I'm gonna treat that like I'm holding their baby.
Absolutely.
Like, girl, I'm not gonna throw that out the window.
No.
I'm gonna hold that baby, and I'm gonna cradle it, and I'm gonna nurture that baby, and when I give it back, that baby is gonna be just as healthy, you know, coming to me, and when I give it back, because, you know, who knows? We could be the next greatest filmmaker could be on the show right now, which could be.
Yeah.
Or could be watching the show right now.
And then submit their work.
Who am I to take that from them? I would never do that.
Absolutely.
Never.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for what is to come, and I'm excited about the people that will be affected by what we're doing. And if they send their work in for us to put it out there for them, so that they get their views up, and so that they, you know, reach people, teach one, reach one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a whole ministry, honestly, when you really think about it. The creative journey should not be done alone. And that's why you have to be protective of your creative process, and you have to develop that control.
Girl, we got the notes today.
Because it's real. People will, you know, try to destroy you while you're becoming. Yeah. And then they get to have that. And you don't want them to have that. So that's why being with like-minded individuals who are going to acknowledge that, and you acknowledge that with them as well. It's a give and take. We talked about that in another episode, where you are mindful of filling up someone's cup. because, you know, if you're always pouring out to people and you're always acknowledging the good in people, you're just a very outgoing person. You want to make sure that you're around people that's going to fill your cup back up for sure.
Yeah, it should always be a mutual thing. Like if you ever, here's my whole thing. If I'm ever around someone and I walk away feeling drained, it's because I have poured what I can pour into them. They have not poured anything back.
Yeah.
When you walk away from someone and you feel full of life, full of energy, full of love, baby, they just filled your cup. And that's the kind of people there should be no reason why you are around people who make you feel drained. You should not feel drained. Even if you are like, you know, because there's like a whole energy thing, and I'm in tune with that as well, of course. But that goes with someone filling your cup too. That's an energy that is important too, making sure that it's a mutual situation. I love to pour my cup into people. I love it. It does make me feel full, but it does become draining when I fill. And then, you know, at some point you don't have anything to pour into.
You don't have nothing to give back to yourself if you're constantly pouring into someone else's cup. That's why when people try to... one thing that I don't necessarily agree with it, because I guess I see parenting different. But I never say that I'm empty from giving to my child.
Right.
Never.
That's kind of a well that is like always in need of whatever you have to offer. I don't even see it as,
I really don't. It's like a flower that's already grown and I'm just adding water to it because I want to. That's love. If anything, that's love. Because I swear to Bob, this one right here, let me tell you, I pour into this girl and for some strange reason, it feels like she pours into me.
Sorry, it just came from my whole life.
I know. I saw it. I don't even know where it came from.
It looked at me. It stopped. It was like that Get Out movie. Literally, I mean, I watched it and then we locked eyes and it was.
Not you locking eyes.
We did.
Oh my God,
girl.
Look,
that's your haters.
They be trying to lock eyes with you.
They come for that.
They don't never touch you though.
But look, I'm still standing.
They won't touch you though.
Not here.
I'm not gonna do that because I'll be ready to go into that like you hating on me, but you won't touch me.
Ooh.
Sorry, too far.
Look,
too far.
I'm scared.
I'm
Security.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Security.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
She's just passionate, and I love it. That's what I love.
I'm just protective of people realizing that I'm protective of people who need it more than anything, because the creative journey is, you know, it definitely makes your brain tingle a little bit.
Sure.
You know, and then that cup. Baby, that cup. And I'm not talking about the hashtag Casa in the cup. I'm talking about that hashtag creative cup. When it's empty, it brings out another level of frustration. And I don't be wanting that for people. That's why, overall, the point is, he tied it up. And in conclusion, I said inclusion. What?
You got it, girl.
Sleep.
You got it.
Time to go to sleep. And in conclusion of everything that we've said, overall, we just want you to feel welcomed, because it's already hard enough out here. Bills always come back, like they knock on the door, they be texting your phone.
I was like, the phone bill just came out. That was supposed to be Chipotle, girl.
Chipotle is my life.
Girl, no, that child had consumed my spirit and was me for a moment, because that was me. Shout out to Austin. He's the one who put me on years ago. He'll probably watch this. I love Chipotle.
Oh my God, I love Chipotle.
Chipotle is my life.
Oh my God.
I love it. Yeah. It's so easy, girl. Because you know what you're getting every time you go to Chipotle.
Every time. You
know what you're getting. I know what I'm getting. I can tell you my whole order, but I'm not going to do that because y'all ain't ready for that. That sounds
so good. I think I might. I might have to.
And let me tell you something. The temptation of driving past that White Castle every time I come. Tell me, if I had drank just a little less Casa yesterday,
you would.
I would have went home with a Crave box, a Crave case.
A Crave case.
A Crave case.
The case.
It would be lucky to make it to the house.
Oh my God.
I had to do one of these when I was driving. I couldn't even look at it. And then get this. I drove past another one on the way home, and I was like, haters. They trying to take my figure.
They trying. Don't let them win.
They trying to take my figure. Summer is coming up. I know y'all see me in these jackets, but trust me,
he said it's flawless.
I'm hiding it from y'all because I'm trying to make sure that this gets monetized. We need a bag.
Listen, hopefully y'all, I don't think y'all can see. Yeah,
I'm trying to say, friendly, because I'm trying to get monetized better this sugar. I've been working on it.
Listen, we are. There's a lot of
in
things.
the gym, just working on my fitness. He's my witness. Woo!
Apologizing.
Look,
to the
I was
Spotify
serious for like
listeners.
30 minutes. I was like, enough. I can't. It's like it was just bursting at the seams. I was like, okay, I've been serious. I'm ready to get back to cutting up.
I know this topic for sure. This episode was definitely on a serious note, but that's because we're very serious about.
We're very passionate about it.
Very.
Like we can cut up and be silly, but at the end of the day, what you're looking at are two people who genuinely enjoy creating for people, just creating. Like
absolutely.
Nelly loves just listening to her talk about her ideas. Like selfishly, I'm like, I went in on that because I want to be a part of it so bad, selfishly. But I'm like, these are like her properties that were before me, so I'm trying to mind mine because not everything has to involve me. But I take it as a compliment. I do want to be involved like in everything that you're doing because it sounds like such a fun time.
I invited you.
I know,
yeah,
and I'm probably gonna do it. But like, I don't know. I just listening to you, like, I feel like this is like, if I were to meet another creative person, which would be great, lovely. I don't know if we would have been on the same wavelength like me and you are, because I think what we want. As far as like a creative goals, are very similar because we're both visual people.
Very.
Like she wants to do like movies, commercials. Like she wants to do very visual, projects. And everything that I've done up to this point has been visual. Like my videos and my pictures and everything like that. It's very visual. And I just think that like we have got to like. Aside from this, we have got to collaborate on something.
It's coming.
We have got to.
We talked about it, but it's coming.
I know, but we have like.
It's coming.
I gotta do it.
It's
just one, even if it's just like one.
Oh no, baby! I'm about to knock out. I have too many in my inventory.
I just want to do it. I just want to see. It's one of those things because this whole podcast was honestly like a trial. Like we did the very first one. We were like, let's just see what it's like. Because we had just been talking at work, just seeing if it's something that, would make sense. Because we just had some conversations, and she was like, oh, you do this. And I was like, yeah, like you do this. And we realized that we had some similarities. So we had that conversation, and she kept mentioning like a couple of projects. Like, that sounds so cool. And then, she was talking about a podcast. I was like, oh my God, that'd be so cool. I'd love like listening to podcasts. And she said, well, let's try it. Let's see it. And I think it's a hit, personally. And since this has been a hit, I'm kind of like, since our synergy is so, like, our levels are so in sync, I'm kind of like, we would honestly be doing the world a disservice if we didn't, like, collaborate on, like, a big project. So this is me. I want y'all to hold us accountable. If we're going to manifest this, I need y'all to be like, excuse me, you said there was a project in the works. Where is it? Where is it? Because I want to do it, and I want you guys to want us to do it so that we actually do it. Because to be honest, we have so much going on that we could easily be like, let's just put it off.
Let's
say this for our listeners and for our viewers. Let's say if one of our videos gets to like 1,000 likes, if one of our like YouTube videos, or even if our Spotify gets like 1,000 listeners on one of our situations, we will actually sit down and we will work on a project and get it in talks. But that's only if we get your guys' support.
Absolutely.
Because we can do it for us. I want to do it for you guys. I want you guys to want it from us. Because that way when we do it,
it's going to be satisfying.
It's going to be fab. It's going to be fab.
And just to get some feedback. Because I love looking at comments of like short films of people being like, oh my God, did y'all notice this and that part was so dope? Because I look for that too. And it's not to critique the work like in a negative way, but it's like, the heck did they do that? What do they want?
Yeah.
How the heck? Like, oh my God, okay, like the story was put well together. And it was, from start to finish, I understood the story. I was able to understand the narration or the basically whatever story was trying to be told, it was told.
Yeah.
I picked it up. What they was putting down.
Okay.
That's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Maybe another milestone, because I'm like feeling it. This must be the
Casa
in the Cup.
Casa in the Cup.
It might be the Casa in the Cup. I want to do like I don't know. We'll do that off camera, but I can do that here.
Okay.
But I'm excited. All of a sudden, like, what the hell? What the hell's going on? What the fuck? I mean,
Ooh, ooh. WTF? What the flip?
Help me, jeez.
Help.
Lord, help.
He's gonna help. We gonna get it together for sure. But I feel like my heart and mind is clear. I feel like we discussed a good amount of learning how to control, not even learning, but just ideas and tedious things of controlling your creative space and that intellectual property and being sensitive about your work. It's all those topics in one really help you as a creative soul to tighten up a little bit because people are mean. People, I've been saying this. I never got this from anybody. This is something that I think I came up with for sure. But people be peopling till they can't people no more. And I learned that being involved in churches, just connecting with people who did not embrace me. Like they wanted to water me down or push me down. They're like, no, we don't want you to be great. Or they were jealous, or they did not talk to me in a way where it's like, we want you to grow. They were like, well, always giving me that. And I'm like, all right, bet. So when I block your number, don't talk to you no more. And don't try to talk to me when you see me out in public or you see me at an event and try to connect with me. It's not going to work because I will never forget. No, because at the end of the day, that's what makes a creative person sensitive, because we take everything that we experience and we make a story out of it, or we make a story surrounding it, or
based off of it, or whatever the case.
Creatives are inspired by their experiences, by the way they grew up, the people that they're around, their families, friends, children, everything, or just a thought, and that's all it takes. So being around negative people who don't want to embrace that really will affect your creative space. And
it affects the way you move forward.
For real. We can go on. We can break it down later in another episode.
We really can.
But I got stories. And if y'all want the tea, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Comment, hashtag spill the tea.
I got stories, but I ain't saying their names because, honey, I know they're watching.
It's going to be person A, person B.
I know they're watching.
Sharika, Bonquisha, Kiki.
And they should.
Terrell, because I don't know nobody, but we're going to keep it like that. Listen, we hope y'all liked it. We hope you liked it, loved it, and want more of it. Like and subscribe. Like the channel on Spotify, because we are on Spotify now. Don't forget
about my DMs, please.
Don't forget about Drew's DMs,
please. I'm ready for them DMs.
Please slide in his DM and say that he's pretty.
Y'all can stop hearing about it. Somebody just do it.
He's getting attitude.
Can like, somebody just come on?
At this point,
I mean, how much I'm asking for likes, but I'm being nice about that. I'm not gonna be nice. Get in my DMs, please, God. Somebody.
Oh Lord.
That's what I'm doing this for. Some DMs. I need to come on. Okay. Hello, who are you?
And on that note, please, if you can, if you have just a moment of your time, you can, even if you slide in his DMs with a hashtag, I'm here.
Just say a hi.
Something.
Or just say hashtag Cost in the Cup.
Cost in the Cup, yeah.
Cheers to that.
Listen, because we're going to eventually move into segments where we get feedback or questions that creative people are going to have. And we're going to read them off to you guys and give them some type of answer, because
we want some engagement, and that can start in my DMs.
I mean, something. I'm not no social creative soul expert, but I have an idea or two, and I kind of sort of figured it out.
I mean,
so
we can all go on this journey together.
For real. Subscribe so that we can join and unite.
Yeah.
On the Nelly Drayton Show, where creative souls gather to go beyond. We'll see y'all next time.